right. This is Sri Sadguru Meher Baba, who has been completely silent for 7 years. I will ask him a few questions and he will reply by means of his alphabet board. What is your mission? To make others realize the truth in every phase of life and to make brotherhood a practical fact. Why have you come especially to America? Because there is greater energy in America than elsewhere, but most of this energy is misdirected. I will divert it into creative and spiritual channels. What will happen when you break your silence? Those to whom I speak will be instantaneously convinced of the truth.
I want one more repetition.
This is Sri Sadguru Meher Baba, who has not spoken one word for 7 years. I will ask him a few questions to which he will reply by means of his alphabet board. What is your mission? People to realize the truth in every phase of life and to make brotherhood a practical fact. Why have you especially come to America? Because there is greater energy in America than elsewhere, but most of this energy is misdirected. I intend to direct it into suitable, creative, and spiritual channels. What will happen when you break your silence? Those to whom I speak will be instantaneously convinced of the truth. why have you come to America? Because there is tremendous energy in America, but most of it is misdirected. I intend to divert this energy into creative and spiritual channels.
This is Sri Meher Baba and some of his disciples. The greatest mystics have realized through personal experience that God alone is real and that everything is God. This means it is not practical to overemphasize the material at the cost of the spiritual. It is not practical to have spiritual ideals without putting them into practice, but to realize the ideal in daily life, to give a beautiful and adequate form to the living spirit. Is this your message to America? Yes.
Mani writes, as Baba has remarked many a time, even his most casual gesture had universal significance, and every simple personal action generated a universal reaction. For instance, in this short Paramount film of Baba at Harmon on Hudson, we see Baba drawing water from a well and drinking it. We have never seen such a thing on film before, and we are unable to figure out why the media, planning only a 2-minute newsreel of a mystic from India, would wish to include a scene of Baba at a little farm well. But of course Baba, the silent producer and director of the show, had planned it long ago for you all. His few simple actions contain his messages for the people of America in the 2 minutes of this most beautiful film, where each graceful movement of his form takes our breath away. We can't help watching it over and over again, and every time we find a deeper meaning emerging from each little act and movement of his, as clear and sparkling as the water we see him drink. The fact that one cannot live without water means water is life. In the Sanskrit language, this is literally so. Another word for water is life, jivanam. As I see it, in this act is symbolized his giving to his lovers in the generations to follow, the gift of life or love divine. And his drinking of the water is truly symbolic of his quenching the many thirsty hearts who long for him, the divine beloved. The day after this newsreel was taken in Harmon on Hudson, Baba clearly indicated to Elizabeth the date for his accident on 24th May 1952, when he would spill his blood on American soil, by personally presenting to Elizabeth a little wildflower which he asked her to keep and to note the date with care. It was 24th May 1932. Later, when she came upon this little flower in the family Bible, Elizabeth, who had driven the accident car, felt it to be his precious assurance that the accident had been preordained by Baba exactly 20 years before. As we watch this unique Paramount newsreel, we cannot help but feel that Baba's act of drinking living water drawn from the earth in America served to counterbalance the spilling of his blood on American soil, which would take place 20 years later. In conclusion, it has been a joy to see his beautiful finger moving swiftly over the letters on his alphabet board, spelling out the following message: I give my love and blessings to the people of America.
This is Sri Meher Baba and some of his disciples. The greatest mystics have realized through personal experience that God alone is real and that everything is God. This means it is not practical to overemphasize the material at the cost of the spiritual. It is not practical to have spiritual ideals without putting them into practice, but to realize the ideal in daily life, to give a beautiful and adequate form to the living spirit. Is this your message to America? Yes,